How we doing, guys? Been a long time no see, ain't it? Actually, I think the last video I was unboxing this here. Said I was going to do I guess kind of a review on it and try to see if I can figure out how it works and let y'all know how it works. So we're going to get into it again. So, like I said before, it does come with its own bottle. You can get it out of the box. It's an 8-ounce bottle. You can see that. Comes with a funnel, so if you want to fill it, you just screw it on. There you go. It's even got the ounces here. You can do a 1 ounce all the way up to 8 ounces. I don't know who wants 1 ounce of glue, but to each his own. And then you got another type of flat head. I guess that would work if you had some wide edges. I guess kind of like this one here. Run the glue down. We'll try and see. And you got the one for the board. And I don't know. I guess do it like you're marking the center part on the board, I guess. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Is that to see how much play you got in it right here. But if you turn it like you're marking the edge of a board with the glue marker, so that would work. We'll try that as well. Then you got the glue brush. Again, it screws on the top, and it can work on, you know, spreading the glue around. And then I think what's going to be my favorite is you got the roller. And you got to pull this little thingy bob here out in order to get the glue come through. And that comes out, and then it just rolls on. It's kind of like a paint roller. So we're going to try that out for sure. But first off, we're going to fill it up. And I forgot to bring my glue out. And by the way, it's not sponsored. It is a Rockler Innovation Glue Bottle Adapter Kit. So we're going to put this off to the side here. And I'm going to use my trusty old glue bottle I got here to fill this one up. So we can do the experiment. So you ain't got to worry about the spilling anywhere. That should be plenty. It works good. I might not be using this one here anymore. Alright, now, and just so y'all know, you know, these experiments that I'm doing right now, I'm doing this because I love you guys. Because I have to clean everything here out and clean it up good. Just so y'all know. So y'all should feel special. Alright, let's set this somewhere where it won't be dripping all over everything. There we go. Let's set it right there. I think that'll work. Guys, my place is just such a mess. I ain't had time to come out here and do any cleaning. I got dust because I live on a dirty road, dusty road. We've had tornadoes after tornadoes after tornadoes come through here, and we finally gotten a break for a while. And I hope it stays that way. I'm hoping we don't get no more tornadoes. My grandson calls them tomatoes. We're getting a tomato. That's what he calls them. Alright, so first off, we're going to go with this little guy right here. Screw him on. Now, if any fails happen, it's because of me, not because of this stuff. Like I said, this is the first time me using it. But we're going to see how it works. Got a little tab off there. Now, like I said, I'm assuming I can just take it and twist it. See if I can show y'all here. And just run a little small, oh man, I love that. Look at that. Look how small of a bead that is. If you want a small bead of glue, that would be ideal. I mean, just perfect small bead of glue. Of course, you know we got to do our glue spreader here. That's our #1 glue spreader, ain't it? Everybody uses the finger. I wonder, you know, when you're using high school, you go in, or not high school, well, high school too, but you're using middle school, elementary school, you go in, you sit down at your desk, and you kind of rub your hands under the desk, and you feel all the nasty pieces of gum people put under. I wonder if you go to a wood shop, in a wood shop class, or go to someone else's shop, and they, you know, wipe their hand on the side or underneath their workbench. I wonder how much glue we would find. Probably enough to fill a few bottles, huh? Alright, so that's one application. I don't know how this other application is going to work. I'll tell you what, we'll just do it on this one here. Alright, so that one's that one. Guys, I really like this one. I mean, I think this one will really, don't know how often I would use it, to be honest, but I really like that one. That's probably one of my favorites right there. Alright, now this one here. This is going to be kind of, I'm going to save that. We'll do this side of it. I'm keeping this board because it's a little spacer for a project. So let's just see how well this thing goes. You see it? Pushing the glue out. Oh, not bad. Not bad. I mean, if you're doing one solid area through there, that'd probably be alright. I mean, you would have to stop, you know, the glue to spread it, but I think it'd be alright. It's just like having your regular glue brush. Yeah, you don't have to steal your wife's what do they call them, the paster or whatever it is, the ones that look like a paintbrush. I forget what they call them. But you have to steal your wife's thing and clean it up and then put it back in the drawer and never tell her that you used it. Alright, now we'll use this one here. And I'm going to apologize for any trucks you hear going down the road. Like I said, I live down a dirty road, and it's farmer season. They are out there getting their stuff done. Alright. So, I'm going to clip this. Try to keep without getting glue all over my hands from this board. We're going to try this side here with this. See how this one works. Alright, let's get it. See if I can show y'all. Hoping I'm on the camera. Oh, that throws off a real good bit of glue. Yeah, that's probably more glue than you want, really. That's quite a bit of glue right there. It's pouring off. I mean, yeah, look how much glue's on your hand, and you gotta waste it. That's a lot of wasted glue on that one, I would say. If you're doing a bigger project and you're going to spread it around, it might be all right. But if you're just trying to do an edge, I don't think I would use this one. But, you know, so far, I mean, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ends. I'm counting the funnel as the 5th one. So out of 5 ends, actually, if you want to be technical about it, we'll do 4 ends of gluing. I would say that this end here, nah, I probably wouldn't use it. I'd use the other ones before I would that one. I mean, like I said, this one here does a real good bead of glue down it. You can do it as slow and as thick as you want, or as fast as you want. If you want a small bead, because it's got such a tiny tip, I think that would work out a whole lot better. All right. Now the one I've really been waiting to do, made y'all wait too, huh? Is this one. Now, I don't have a big board here with me, which I really need, but I don't have a big board. But if you're doing a lot of laminating, I think this will be the trick. So I'll pull a little tab out. I don't think you need this tab afterwards, but it could probably help the glue from falling out, wouldn't it? if it fell over. So we're gonna try this and see what happens. How does that sound? So here's my roller. Let's see. Y'all see it? Trying to get where y'all can see it. But you gotta get it started. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Tell me y'all wouldn't like that. You're doing a laminating setup. Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely like that. And I definitely made a mess. You're talking about a laminating set? Right there you go. Right, glue on the table now. So as everybody likes to say, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that even though I just made a mess, that the roller with a clamp up action here. This is all scrap wood, so you know it's not gonna matter really. I know somebody will say, "Well, I could have used that piece for something or that." Yeah, I could have too, but I'm doing a video here, okay? No, seriously. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to say that the roller, the brush, and the edge gluer are my three favorites. I think I'll use them more than any of the other ones. I really like the funnel as well. Now these will also fit the regular glue bottles. The kind like you buy in the store. Top bottom 3, 2, 1, whichever one you buy. These will also screw on top of them as well. So if you just bought a brand new bottle, that and the other. Now the only drawback is that unless you're doing a lot of the big glue ups, this is kind of a waste of time. If you do a lot of cabinetry or something like that, I can really see this being a good handy deal. Once in a while, to use it for application, it's still good. I'm not going to say it's not, but it's not something I would use all the time. But if I was doing any type of, like I said, cabinetry work, or if I was doing a lot of laminating, this would be ideal. Laminating the top or something like that, this would be ideal. Now, that being said, I still think it's a great product, a great tool for this kit. Will everybody want this kit? No, it's not for everybody, because you gotta think about it. You're gonna have to switch out heads, but 9 times out of 10, you're not switching heads out all the time. And you also gotta look back at how many times during a project do you switch out brad nails. We go from 1 inch to 1 1/4 inch, or 1 1/2 inches, or 1 5/8 inches, whatever it may be. Sometimes you're switching out nails 2 or 3 times, different size. So that's one part I can see why Rockler done what they done. But I still think it's a good idea. Again, with this one here, I love it because you can do such precise bead. Just a precise bead all the way down. No squeeze out. You pad it a little bit, and I mean I think game changer on this one here. I think this one here is a game changer. These are a little flimsy, but you're not marking the center of a board. You're just putting glue on it. So I think this one would probably be used more than any of them. The brush is another good example for a bigger board. Most people would probably use one of these before they would the roller, because a lot of people spreads. If you don't do a lot of laminating, this right here would be a perfect job for that as well. It wouldn't take no more time to brush it as it would roll it. You know, and the roller, as you can see, I wasted a lot of glue here on my table with the roller because I wasn't, you know, like I said, it's the first time I've used it myself, so I wasn't really paying attention to how, you know, it was going, you know, how much it was putting out at the same time. I was thinking paintbrush, you know, you want more out, more is better, and you know, it's not with this. This, you need to glue it, roll a little bit, and then pour out some more glue, and you know, so that operator error, that's okay. But as far as between these two here, I would probably use this one before I would this one. You know, simple fact is, I don't do enough big laminating stuff like this would handle. Probably about the biggest I would do is something this would handle, but I would use both. Don't get me wrong, but this one would probably come first between the two. This one, no, I wouldn't use this one. If I can see where you could use it. I mean, if you had some, you know, like a 2x4, you want a big wide bead coming down, I could see that. But I don't know. I just personally, I don't see a good use for this one here. But that's my wrap up on the Rockler bottle glue applicator kit. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I don't have no sponsors. If Rockler would like to send me some things out to share online and to try out, I'd be more than welcome to take it. But you know, I've got a small channel, so I don't see that happening. Plus, I really don't want to be a tool review channel. You know, I want to be a build something channel. So that being said, I appreciate y'all coming by. In case I haven't said, I don't think I've ever really said on here on my channel, but my name is Danny, and I appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm very slack at getting out here because a lot of times I can't physically. Sometimes it's a mental thing. Yeah, I was on a live last night with Vinny and his channel. You know, and he was telling me, you know, don't give up, keep pushing, and sometimes it's hard to keep pushing when you get in that mental state. You don't want to do nothing, and you feel like everything you do doesn't work out. So thanks for stepping by, and if you would like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs button. Oh, there goes my nephew. What are you doing, little boy? What are you doing, little boy? I appreciate y'all stopping by. Come back and see me again. Thank you.